Shaq, where are you shacking up, my love?
I'm in Orlando, Florida, just chilling with the kids and just having a good time. Just following the rules like everybody else. If anyone out there has lost someone close to them because of the COVID-19, I want to send out my condolences and send out my prayers to you and your family.
What's going on in that disco of yours? I got to get in that when this Corona thing's over.
Look, I always teach my kids to be silly with a purpose. I always tell them, I said, let's do stuff that's going to inspire people. Because, as a guy, I hate waking up seeing so many people lost their jobs. I hate waking up seeing so many people lost their lives. I hate waking up just, seeing that. So I just try to do my part to just, make people laugh. Because I know for me, whenever I'm down about something, because it's been a rough year for me also. So whenever I'm down for something, whenever something or someone can make me laugh, it'll just, restart my engines and restart my batteries, and hopefully I can, get back on track.
Why has it been such a rough year, Shaq?
My baby sister passed away. Good friend Kobe passed away. Lost a couple friends. Carl Anthony Towns' mom passed away. Her and my mom were good friends. It's just been a rough year.
You're excited about the MJ docuseries that's coming out this week. Have you seen it? Are you in it?
Probably not in it. They probably have some couple clips, but listen, he's the greatest player to ever play the game. I'm definitely going to be watching it. We don't have sports on now, so watching that, going back into old times, it'll probably give, people a pretty good sensation, especially people that were there, the people that played in that era and the people that was in Chicago during the 90s, I'm sure. Because every time I turn on NBA.com and I see old Lakers games, I get to see my good friend Kobe. And I just have to say, you know what, man, time is great. And then, reality kicks in and I get all sad over again. But so I'm sure all the Chicago Bulls fans are definitely going to be sitting back, watching those games.
I was watching an old game you're in recently. Shaq, I love the graphics. I love the announcing. I love the short shorts. Like, it just brings you right back. It's so much fun to watch. What about No March Madness? How are you doing without that?
Never seen that ever. I mean, listen, this pandemic that we're going through is serious. But, kudos to all the commissioners that care about people and care about safety and said, you know what? I know a lot of money's going to be lost. However, we're not doing this. So, kudos to all the, people that had to make those tough decisions. And hopefully we'll get back on track. But it's definitely different. Like, I'm 47 years old. I've never seen it without a March Madness. It's definitely different.
I know. I just think about the kids. Who do you think would have won this year? I'm thinking the Michigan State Spartans. Cassius Winston is my guy. Huh?
LSU would have won. Stop it.
You got to go with your Tigers every time. It is sad. Quickly back to MJ. He came out with the docuseries and said anybody that watches it is going to think he's a horrible person. Why would he say something like that? Is it that drive? Is it that internal champion? Because
as an athlete, sometimes you gotta be a you know what I'm talking about. And just it's like the great ones are always crazy a little bit. Like, we're always crazy. Like, I can truthfully say I did some crazy things. I could probably say I offended a lot of people, but because when you're a leader, you focus on one or the other. You focus on the task or you focus on the relationship. Studies show that when you focus on the task, the relationship swindles. And studies also show when you just focus on the relationship, the task may swindle. So me, I was always in task mode. I don't care who I offended. I'm going to say what I say. And then, because, listen, we got to get this done. We got to. So, but in real life, he's not like that. He's one of the smartest, greatest human beings you ever meet.
I love your big heart. You do so much for so many people. And I was thinking, where does that come from, Shaq? Is that from your mom, Lucille? Where'd you learn that?
Actually from, a combination of my mom and my dad. I can remember having a bad game one time and my father said, "What's wrong? You couldn't handle the pressure?" And I was like, yeah, you're right. He said, get in the car. So we go in the car and we ride, and you know, he stops in front of this homeless family that, you know, he's been taking care of, you know, for the year. And he said, "This is pressure. Pressure where you don't know where your next meal came from." And at that point in time, I was like, you know what? I got to stop being a brat. I got to stop being the baby, because there's real life people going through real life situations. Stop being a spoiled brat. My dad made me get out the car and he said, "No, take care of this family." This is like '94. Got the guy in an apartment, made a few phone calls, got him a job. You know, we still keep in contact to this day. So, you know, after that, I said, you know what? I want to just start making people smile. I want to start helping people. I'm not going to complain about anything. I'm not going to say, you know, I'm having trouble with this, having trouble with that. I'm never going to do that again. So, you know, my mom and dad both taught me a very, very valuable lesson. So, you know, I'm retired. I'm not doing much. So now just making a mission to just help people out and, you know, make people smile.
You do that so well. How does it translate with the kids? I've got 3 teenagers, Shaq, and it's hard sometimes, right? I feel like we're so appreciative. We work so hard for everything we have. How are you as a dad with them? Sort of what they can and cannot have.
Well, I always tell them that, you know, you listen to me. You know, I teach them about honor, respecting everybody. You know, don't act like you're better than anybody because you have more. Of course, I spoil them, but I don't spoil them to the point to where it's gonna let them go off track. Now that they're older, they all understand. In order to get any of daddy's cheese, you got to have 3 degrees. Because I tell them all the time, we don't need another NBA player. Give me a pediatrician. Give me you know, somebody that wants to own a law firm. Give me a Hollywood director. Give me a TV producer. Give me something. And when you show me, then I can help you. I believe in respectable nepotism. I don't believe in just giving it to them. I have a lot of friends. You know, my favorite example of nepotism is Mickey and Nick Arison. Mickey Arison, you know, Nick Arison is his son, who's now, I think he's a general manager or president of basketball. But after he graduated from Duke, his old man made him start from the bottom. Locker room, marketing, outside handing out tickets, promotion, like, you know, years and years and years before he brought him upstairs to the executive leadership team. So after I saw that, I was like, you know what? All my kids, I can always use a stern voice with the guys, but with the girls, I have to baby it up a little bit.
Tell everybody about your new show.
New show's called Shaq Life. You know, people always ask me, how do you do commercials and TV shows and TNT and this and that? I said, okay, I'll show you. You know, I've always, being raised by a military drill sergeant, he said there's no such thing as hard. When you have something hard, you have to break it down to the simplest form. So, look, I don't have a real job. So if I wake up and they say, hey, come over here and shoot a commercial for 2 hours, cool. Hey, today's Thursday, you got to go deal with Barkley, cool. Hey, Wednesday, you're not doing anything, you want to do a concert. So it's just like I'm just working. So it may seem hard on the outside, but I always break it down to its easiest form.
What are you binging on TV? Anything fun?
Well, as you know, I watched Tiger King because I heard I was in. So I watched
What was
that.
all that nonsense? First of all, if you told me I could pet a baby tiger, I'm going. I think that's so, I would just, I loved it. Did you get, when that came out, were you all of a sudden get texted like crazy?
I was, but you know what people need to understand is there's a difference between being friendly and being somebody's friend. Like I went to a, and I'm gonna be friendly to everybody at the zoo. So I'm not gonna like the guy's the owner. Like, listen, it was a real zoo. He had some nice animals. When I was there and met him the first time, he did not harm the animals. He showed me around. He let me pet some, just do all that. Second time I went back, I knew they were having trouble, and I was like, you know what, I can't go back ever again. But you know, a lot of people try to give me flack, but this is something I've been doing my whole career. I go to zoos, I make donations, I help, you know, feed cats. Like, you know, one of my good friends is Ron McGill from the Miami Zoo. He'll tell you I'm the biggest, you know, supporter of, you know, animal rights ever. So, you know, a lot of people try to, because listen, we're all in quarantine. Nobody has something, nobody has anything to do. So they want to try to take something and make it nothing. I will continue to go to zoos, period. I like
I
looking
love
at
animals like you do. You love animals. You're such a big supporter of them. So I love that.
animals.